fucking weird, shitty settings. Fuck you. That's how we start the video. We start in that way because I can't even get a simple thing that I asked for. Just like, leave the horizontal settings on. This is not fucking TikTok. This is not fucking Instagram. This is fucking YouTube. Leave it this butt fucking way. I don't like when they change the fucking menu so that I have to sit there like it's like a Rubik's Cube. I have to sit there and arrange the cube. I don't want to be doing that. Make it butt fuck simple and put it in a way that I can sit there and look at everything. Be like, okay, my settings that I put there are right where they were, where I left it, so that all I have to do is just leave it there, type, not for kids. Okay, put up the thumbnail. Okay, great. But every time I'm trying to do it my way, go fuck myself is the answer. So yeah, no, I don't like the settings. Now that I got that over with, and now I'm in a shitty mood. I slept uncomfortably last night for like less than 4 hours. I slept on my couch, my folded couch, for about 4 hours, less than, because my family wanted to get the insurance inspector over, and I thought for sure that was going to take place inside the house for whatever reason. So I had to be alert, awake, and I couldn't do what I want. So now that I got that over with and I'm pissed off, I'm catching up with myself, after like 3 weeks. This will actually be a month that I moved into this place. It'll be 1 month since I first moved here into this condominium, which, feels like an apartment, okay? This is not like where I've lived for the last 14 years. It's not where I'm in a house and people are, more than like 5 feet away, okay? This is like no restraining order distance, okay? Everybody is closer together. I can hear my neighbors up there stomping around every now and then, which is not the worst thing in the world. We did have an earthquake. We did have problems. I'm trying to gather my composure. I'm not used to doing live streams. I'm not used to doing live streams. I'm not used to being here live. But some people have been here live. Now, I'll just talk about some random things. I'll probably do 1 or 2 news segments, and then I'm going to cover The Thing, 1982, The Thing, not the 1950s movie or the 2012 remake for goth metal lore. Hello to the one person there. I have been trying to catch up with myself for the last month, just to see where I'm at, just to see, am I still alive? Am I still here? So, I don't know how I feel right now. People are going to drop in and drop out. They're going to say, are you going to show some cool graphics? Are you going to show some cool holographics or some cool music? Because I'm not, please show some copyright infringing movies, please. I'm like, well, yeah, sorry, new people that come on here. You're not going to find copyright infringing Star Wars. I don't have, everybody, I'm going to show you the Mandalorian movie. Ready? Here it is. No, I can't. Okay, so I don't have the Mandalorian movie to show you. I don't have the next Star Trek movie to show you. I don't have anything to show you. I risk going to jail and lose my channel forever for your dumb ass. Sorry, I just can't. Wish I did. So I got out of bed. I went to sleep for I took a 2 to 3 hour nap because I had lost sleep the night before. So I lost sleep for Monday night, Tuesday morning. So I don't know where I'm at exactly mentally. I know I got to do some things, but I'm trying to get a grip on where I'm at. So I'm going to try to do The Thing tonight. I'm going to try to do at least 1 news story video. And then that'll be it for the night. I'm doing some box unpacking. I'm going to get some Pioneer fish. Try the fish out. Battered fish should be good. Get tartar sauce, stuff like that. This is kind of the kind of video that Kali UK does when he wants, just to like stop a moment, stop inept reviews and craziness, and just talk to the audience. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I expect to get nobody. I expect to get no one to give a shit. The whole Review Tech USA, I watched the Review Tech USA stuff. I found the documentary to be boring, not because the guy's lying or he's spinning narratives. This stuff's out there. All Fat Rich's his DNA, his idiotic DNA, his stupid idiocy DNA is out there for people to see. It's just that everybody knows the story. You know the story about. It's kind of like if you took the story of Ray Charles, from the point of the 70s and 80s and 90s. Like, we know the stuff he did. Success, success, success. However compromised the biopic is, you at least learn how he got from a young man in the southern states, Georgia. He lost his brother, and then he got to school, and then he went from like saloon to bar to become the person we all saw today. So I don't know. I wish there was more to that documentary than here's this stupid person that Rich pissed off. Here's this stupid person that Rich pissed off. Okay, we got it. Most of us that are there watching that video know all of this stuff. The only thing I didn't know, to be honest, was the first guy that Rich got into a fight with. But that's really like, I mean, it makes Rich look racist a little bit, that he's getting into fights with 3 black dudes. One was the first guy, Big Cheese Gaming, and then the one that was complaining about, he wanted everyone to share his opinion of Elden Ring. That dude, I forgot his name. But he's just a piece of shit anyway. It doesn't matter what it looks like, but he's just a piece of garbage anyway. But I think the thing that I defended were his stories, his stories about dating, his stories about Pokemon Go that are, secondhanded from other people. The kid that, the father that suffocated the kid to play his PlayStation 3 games, which was shit. There were all kinds of horror stories that Rich told. They were entertaining, and that was about it. That's all that I cared to get out of someone that never, ever, ever, just like Star Wars Theory, never, ever, ever wrote me back or liked my comments or loved my comments or anything. This guy never cared. So, maybe you should have been nice to me, I guess, is the moral of that story. Maybe you should have just listened to people like me. If you listen to people like me, maybe you wouldn't be where you are. I get tired of all these great YouTubers that, or like they think they've discovered the new Hollywood. Star Wars Theory is the same way. Never liked, never loved, never responded to my comments. I would get fake Star Wars Theory text me Telegram scammer people. What kind of world is that? So that happened, and it's just a mess. So when I did the last video I did was for Connor. Connor is a YouTuber who is now quit, and he did a video this morning that basically was showing off the 6 movies that George Lucas did. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was a nice little tribute. It wasn't much, but it wasn't nothing, and I think that's what he wanted to do. You're always welcome to come back to YouTube. I would say try something that's never been done before. That just stay away from the toxic anti-SJW or toxic SJW crowd of people who are looking to go after, or who try to do the Me Too algorithm of, oh, let's go after Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, let's go after Trump lovers. Let's go after Trump haters. It's so boring. That's what Star Wars is now. Remember, it used to be about Super Shadow the Liar, right? And then people who wanted to get early pictures of Star Wars episodes 1, 2, or 3. Because before that, Star Wars was whatever you saw on television or whatever you saw in the theaters, right? And then came the THX remastered versions. Then came the special editions, and it was like there from the special editions, because the special editions of the original trilogy came out when the internet was new. So from there, the real like influence came, because you would have to, if you wanted to really talk shop or have some Star Wars moments, you go to conventions. You talk about the original trilogy. You talk about the Ewoks movies. You talk about the cartoons. But those days are long gone. Now everybody's getting toxic about this. Kathleen will retire. Kathleen, the only way Kathleen, if we find out Kathleen has cancer after she retires, that's why she retired, right? That's like, well, if you got a life-threatening illness, Kathleen, you may have to. Like Susan Wojcicki. I was thinking of Susan Wojcicki. Susan Wojcicki at least had enough sense. So I don't think Susan was all bad. I still think about dedicating that Judge Dredd video to her name, because it's like it had Judge Dredd. That Judge Dredd fan film had nothing. I mean, nothing to do with YouTube. It was just an old video that somebody made with a bunch of people, and that thing is older than the internet, older than the World Wide Web. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the only way you would have discovered that movie is if you went to a convention, you saw some VHS tapes, maybe some laser discs, and it was the Judge Dredd movie fan film. And it was like the funniest thing ever. So, and as of my recording, Classic Game Room, Lord Carnage, Mark Bussler has yet to do a new Forever, has yet to do a new podcast. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll ever do any podcasts. I suppose I could try, but what would I talk about? And would people watch it? Would people listen to it? You know, everything's worth a try. This is technically like a podcast. You could just, I'm just sitting here, you're looking at my face. There's no visuals, except when I flipped off YouTube right now. So you could do your laundry, you could do your dishes, you could do some reading while you hear me in the background. I'm just trying to catch up with the last month of getting the person who used to live here, getting their mail, returning it to them. I've held on to the mail, but I've returned some of it to the neighbor here. I've been trying to live my life again, and my family would come over and visit, or be my aunt. You know your refrigerator. This one here, this new one. I had an old one with the ice machine, and she would just say, "Oh, you know your refrigerator's not working right. You're gonna." I was like, "Fuck." So I had to deal with the refrigerator repairman. I had to deal with two people moving a new refrigerator in here. That was over the last couple of weeks. I had to deal with the insurance inspector today. I had to deal with my family coming over. I had to deal with this. I had to deal with that. And in all this time, I have not been able to breathe air, and that's been hard. But in these 4 weeks, I've been able to kind of sort out what I would like to do. Now, I have some plans. They involve the Eternia playset. I am not going to buy that thing as a whole, so I will be creative in my journeys here. Going west to the islands, I would do that as a one-day trip, as an 8-hour shift, meaning that I would go for 8 hours and then leave around the same day, take a one-way trip back, come home. I'm going to see if I can try to get a $99 fare over there, a main cabin basic, you know, dealing with the kids and crying and screaming. I said, hey, you know, it's 4 hours. The thing is, some people want to be entitled to first class, and I think that's fine. If you could get first class because you're famous or you have money, great. But it's 4 hours. There are worse things to do for 4 hours. I mean, for someone who has lived through jury duty, okay, jury duties plural, okay, going to the DMV, going to school, just putting up with a lot of shit. 4 hours on a plane, or actually it's going to be 3 hours on a plane. So all of that's going to be in the fall. The Eternia thing is going to be sooner than you think. And I'm just going to see what happens. And it's a funny thing. Also the earthquake that we had, the 4.7 here in Southern California, we had an earthquake, and my Eternia tower got knocked down. My little one, the one from Mega Blocks, that got fucked up, ruined. So it's one of those months. This month was much like the Batman video games of the year 2000s, from Batman Beyond all the way to like Arkham Asylum. It was turning points, getting used to the place, getting used to the house. Um, I don't know if I can show you, uh, never having done a live stream, okay, with my camera away from me. Okay, so we walk, we walk, we walk. And this is a month of progress, okay? All my stuff in the appropriate shelves. And the talent fighter stayed on top of Castle Grayskull. So that's good. There's my Injustice book. I think if I ever had to leave this house for good, this is the series I might take with me. Do you know why? Because with Injustice, you didn't know what was going to happen. You knew it was a dangerous game of chess in the DC universe, but you didn't know what was going on. And to end it with He-Man and Tila and Orko out of fucking left field, coming in to save the universe and destroy Superman and bring order and peace back. I know Wonder Woman gets captured and put on Eternia. Like what? What do you mean? What is this? Right? That's the kind of stories that this brings you. Like joy. Just to be like, you're just really you want to know what happens next, what happens next, what happens next. Even though, for the most part, for the 1 and 2 video games, you know what happens, right? You know that the characters fight each other from other universes, but it's kind of it without the comic books, it feels gimmicky. But with the comic books in there, you're like, holy shit, this character died, this character died, this character joined different alliances. Holy shit! So, yeah, I think it was a win, and going back into it, I think that story does not age. I would dare say it's probably even better than Kingdom Come because Kingdom Come, well, that was actually different. Kingdom Come is much shorter, but instead of Superman killing the Joker, somebody else does, and now Superman's life is different, right? Uh, Here's all my stuff again, and I like what I've done so far. It's trying to organize everything, and that's what I've been doing the last month. But it's difficult to do that when people like the last video where I showed the earthquake. Somebody that was the guy that used to live here. That was him knocking. So because he was knocking, and I'm like trying to, because my family came over yesterday, right? And I held on to the mail, never throwing it away, but not giving it to anybody. I held on to that mail for the man, and had and then when my family came over to change the locks, by the way, and I said this, I want to show you this, okay? I really want to show you this, but we'll show you. Stupidity. So on here, I don't know if you can see or not. You can't. But on here, my family put this log on top and the other one at the bottom. I switched them because, and that was the thing too. Like I switched them because they were so dumb in putting it back. They just put it back the wrong way. So I couldn't close both doors. I could close one door or the other, but I could not close or lock both doors at the same time. So here they were coming over here doing this stupid shit, and they couldn't even do it right. I used to think my family was the moral pillar of the universe, and 20 something years later, and now I see, yeah, they're full of shit. They don't know stuff. Hell, I didn't know stuff either. So here's all my stuff here that I have to still sort out. I got to sort out this room, which I will do after the boxes and bags are done. And then after this is over, then I got to go to these boxes. After that, there's a closet around here that I got to go take care of, and some boxes in there. And then once that's done, once we get through all these boxes in here, and that's where I will put the Eternia playset. There's a closet over there, right? Then I go to the boxes that are to the far corner of the living room, dining room, those ones, and then bags, and then I organize stuff. And then I'm happy. Um, the happiest I could ever be. 20 minutes in. So this has been about me catching up with myself, trying to figure out what is going on and where I'm at and where I'm going and what I'm doing. Now, I'm trying to figure out more things I can do. Uh, I don't know yet. I don't know. Like, I'm going to stay a multi topic video. I'm going to do some surveys. I'm going to see where everybody. I know people respond to. They love surveys. They don't. I don't get likes or dislikes on my community posts, but people love to tap on those surveys. So we'll see what the surveys do. I'm going to see people's reactions. I want to see. So far for the game, for the Switch game for the fall, it seems that we have a tie between Funko Pop Fusion and Mario and Luigi Brothership. I'm going to take out, for August's survey, I'm going to take out Transformers, put back in Zelda, so that we have Zelda, Lego Horizons, Mario and Luigi Brothership, and Zelda. So, Funko Pop, Lego Horizons, Zelda, and Mario. I'm going to go through those and then let you all decide which one I should play. By September, I will make my decision. I will tell you which game it's going to be based on the votes. There's not that many people voting, so you can count how many people are voting. Those of you who didn't see the votes, you don't know yet. You will not know until you vote. So maybe you just don't want to vote and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I've been looking at other YouTubers, Martel the Cool or Mr. Martel Sincere as a podcast. Maybe it's worth a listen, maybe not. I don't know. Take a listen to that. But yeah, I'm glad I did that video for Connor because of all the Star Wars YouTubers, he had genuine content, and it was genuine content in that he didn't care too much what was going on with modern day stuff. Now I kind of do because I see the landscape changing and I like to reflect those things. I'm not a news channel, but I can be at times. But seeing that he was really trying to keep the George Lucas Vision channel kind of going on, that mattered a lot more than whatever Star Wars Theory Sabers are doing, or whatever Stupendous Wave or Star Wars Explained or any other channel is doing, or even Everest Productions. Because congratulations on getting your, I don't know if Everest was quick to, the only video that I did not mention Everest Productions that he had to negatively talk how, or kind of be against me on that one movie that I don't like. You know which one. But yeah, over there is my Dark Plagueis action figure. And somewhere I have, as I'm trying to look for it, Star Wars Insider number 130, the first appearance of Dark Plagueis, right? Besides Revenge of the Sith, but Dark Plagueis is shown in full in Star Wars Insider number 130. Maybe you should ask for that one. Or you could probably find it on eBay. But yeah, that's the first appearance. So it might be worth something. Who knows? Yeah, but I think the story to that was that I saw Dark Plagueis on a shelf, and that I was trying to it's like, oh my god, there's a Dark Plagueis action figure, and there was another one with a shipping label stuck on it. I probably should have bought that one too, but whatever. Maybe I just let somebody else have it. Be charitable. So this is the purpose of the video. I just wanted to just kind of catch up with myself, just catch up with, because I just really haven't been able to breathe. But I have been coping and settling down, settling in. There's a chicken shack near me. There are some nice places near me. I am going to take that trip to Hawaii. I am going to do some things for myself. But I think I would like to see what his life is like on the islands. I'm still writing my stories. I'm going to do about an hour and 5 minutes worth of story. Just do a little bit more. I want these characters to all connect to each other. And when I write the mayor's the final chapters with the mayor and tie all the story together and the art and put it all up on YouTube, that's pretty much it. I don't have any ambitions to do more storytelling with those characters after that, unless something else happens in my life. But let's be real, it doesn't really happen. So I'll do the surveys later. I'll see what people want. Maybe I'll do them after the videos. Maybe I'll just pick one or two and see what people like. But maybe I'll probably just do two of them and the thing, and that'll be it. Like, I don't want to like force too much stuff out. There are some days where I just don't put up any content because I need to get back to my real life, and other days I'll put up 3 or 4 at most. Some YouTubers I haven't seen in a lot, like the Quartering I haven't seen in ages, and $3 Theater, Matt Jarbo, I wonder what he's up to. You know who I looked up the other day was Penelope Ann Miller. And Penelope Ann Miller, I told her, I said this on Twitter, I hadn't seen you in anything since before the World Wide Web was even a thing. Since we were still like mailing envelopes and watching the television, listening to the radio. That was the last time I ever saw her in anything. And that was like The Gun in Betty Lou's Handbag. And that was a movie most of the movies that I've seen her in, my parents bought the movies. Kindergarten Cop. Other People's Money with Danny DeVito, and then The Gun in Betty Lou's Handbag. And that's about it. I hadn't really seen her in other things, but I'm sure she had been in other things. So she's in this new movie called Reagan. It's a biopic of Reagan, because I'm sure, like, I was remembering Nancy, the real Nancy Reagan did not like the one with Brolin, James Brolin, in it. She hated it. So here's a new one. So I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I don't know what's going to happen or what it's all about. I thought it was interesting to watch that one movie that you had Ronald Reagan and Nancy, we're going to call her Nancy Davis, because it was interesting to see that the husband and first lady, first lady, president and the first lady there in a black and white movie. I thought that was interesting, even though he probably disappointed a lot of people when I was trying to learn to tie my shoes and learn to read and watching Saturday morning cartoons. All this adult stuff was going on in the background because we're in a different point. In the 80s, we were kids. We didn't know any better. So I'm running out of steam, which is fine because I got to catch up with my own life. It is now 4:25, and I want to see if I can get some boxes out and get some work done. I think about 5:30, I'm just going to eat stuff. I am pissed. I am tired. I hope my family is going to go back home and not inspect anything or not visit or not do anything, because I'd really like to have my life back. My life's been kind of missing for the last month. So that's all this is, catch up. And we'll leave it, let's end it on something. But I would like to end it on something visual, something nice, something neat, whatever I have here. We'll end it on the R-Wing, I think. This R-Wing, I have the box at the bottom here. And there's a lot of different figurines. Some fell during the earthquake, but this was neat. So we'll end it on this R-Wing. Hopefully you can see it. And can you see it? Barely. It's not easy. It's not easy to do these kinds of things when you're in the live stream. So take care, everyone. More videos tonight, I think, and we'll see what happens. I will be looking out for you somewhere out there.